Hello, I'm Breaking here with an interview of the designer of the Lego Home Alone house.
Hey guys, this is Alex, also known as Edwin, and today I'm answering your questions regarding my LEGO Ideas project, LEGO Home Alone.
So our first question actually comes from one of my viewers, and he asks, how did you get the idea?
Well, it's pretty simple. Home Alone is my all-time favorite Christmas movie. So during the Christmas vacations, we were watching Home Alone with my wife, and I just realized that this is something I would like to have myself. So then I just realized that there are a lot of Easter eggs and details, booby traps that can be implemented. And yeah, I decided to give it a chance.
That sounds incredible. Home Alone is actually also one of my favorite Christmas movies ever, and it's really nice to be able to take something so iconic from such a nice Christmas movie, make it into your own ideas project, and have it approved and actually become an official Lego set. That's just something that so many Lego fans have been dreaming of, so thank you very much for making our wish come true. Now, my second question for you is, what was the design process of the Lego Home Alone mock?
Well, at that time, I didn't even know I will be able to complete this project, so I decided to start slowly. I downloaded the Lego Digital Designer and started to build a facade. And when it turned out pretty nicely, I downloaded the blueprint of the real house and started to build. Yeah, as simple as that. And then when I wanted to make some additional details, I rewatched the movie and some different scenes from the movie like 10 times, 100 times maybe, yeah, to catch all those little details I want to implement it in Lego form.
That's a lot of dedication to watch a movie over and over again just to catch a few details, and I'm so happy you did that because it makes the Home Alone mock all the more authentic. Now, speaking of the design process, I actually want to ask you, after Lego approved your Home Alone house, were you required to provide them with the instructions as well as a parts list to Lego, or did they build the Home Alone house completely from scratch?
When you reach the 10K mark, you're sending all the materials you have to Lego Group. So I sent my Lego Digital Designer file, my Studio 2.0 file, and some other ideas and my thoughts on the set. So yeah, basically they had my model.
I really appreciate you providing the insight on sort of how the approval process works for Lego Ideas. I'm sure a lot of fans were curious how that works. I do want to ask you, what was the biggest challenge you encountered while building the Home Alone house?
This is probably the way the house opens and the second floor. The thing is, you have to be sure that the house won't fall apart once it's built, and the way it opens is really important. So yeah, I double-checked everything and to make sure it won't fall apart once opened. And the second floor was pretty complicated too, because they have those stairs that leads to an attic, and I simply didn't have enough space to implement them into the build. So yeah, I struggled a lot and spent a lot of time on that too.
Well, I'm so glad that you were able to perfect the Home Alone house. It really is perfect in my opinion. It's a great Lego set. I do want to ask you a thing about Lego Ideas. So it has some pretty strict rules when it comes to submitting your own designs. For example, nothing from the Terminator franchise is allowed. Was there anything specifically that you were worried about?
Yeah, for sure. I worried about a lot of things, but the biggest concern was about the size. It was 3,000 pieces built, so I thought this is not something Lego is going to make. And my second concern was about licensing. When I submitted the project, Warner Brothers were holding an IP, and then Disney bought it, so I literally didn't know how to react. I wasn't sure they will be able to get the license.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that the Home Alone house was actually approved despite it being a licensed set. Now, is there an easy way to motorize something in the house? Perhaps one of the traps can be moved or something like that?
Yeah, actually you can easily motorize the crane build and mannequin build. There's a Technic connector outside of the house, so you can easily connect motor here and it will work nicely.
Well, that's great news for a lot of LEGO Technic fans like myself. Now that your Home Alone house actually became a LEGO set, did you get a chance or meet with Macaulay Culkin?
I wish I had. Unfortunately, I haven't heard from him after his tweet about my LEGO Ideas project when it was still in a getting votes phase.
Well, someday I hope that Macaulay Culkin reaches out to you and maybe you can have an interview with him or something like that. You have a lot of projects on LEGO Ideas. Which one of them besides the Home Alone house is your favorite?
And this is actually this build right here. This is a Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, the 80s, 90s classic Disney cartoon. Here's the build itself. Yeah, I like it a lot. Hopefully it will get 10,000 pieces. Please vote.
That mock looks incredible. I really like the design. Now, I did link that specific model on LEGO Ideas in the video's description as well as the pinned comment. And I also linked his YouTube channel and his other social media. Thank you so much for your time. I greatly enjoyed asking you questions and just the interview with you. Thank you again for bringing such an awesome set to LEGO. And I'll greatly enjoy building mine for Christmas. So thanks again. And I hope to talk to you again soon, sometime in the future. This is your Unbrick Me here, and I'll see you in the next one.